Welcome back to another episode of High Minded with McCarter. This episode's crazy, y'all. I'm McCarter.
Hey, I'm SK, her co-host. Yeah, this episode we talked to Matthew Williams, also known as Fresco Tesla. We were all over the place. We talked about...
All over.
Yeah. DARE and...
DARE program.
Yeah.
And how it just started us with inherent lies.
Totally. We have to question everything because that's exactly what we started with. We were indoctrinated from the beginning.
Yeah, it's nuts. We go from DARE program to how he got into weed, first time smoking, and how it just brought enlightenment, basically, and he knew it was really special and wanted to work in it.
Yeah, he understood the peace of mind that the people around him had, embodied, and that smell just like brought him right home. And then we start talking about Web3 and blockchain and the future.
And crypto.
And yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, it was like...
It gets real wild.
All over the place,
But yeah, Matthew is amazing. We got connected through some of my friends in Denver, and we have so many mutual friends. But he is connected to a lot of different cannabis businesses in Denver specifically, since that's where he's based. So he helps with hemp distributing and packaging, working with specific retailers and dispensaries, and working with brands like Natty Rems, a really good flower and concentrate brand.
Yeah, we talk about different ways to get into the industry, brand ambassadorship, social equity licensing, and how that's coming around in different states.
It is jam-packed full with information. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to episode 29. We're so excited to be here and continue on this journey and just keep spreading education. And thanks to our sponsor, Hemper. You can check out the Hemper monthly subscription boxes. They always have new things coming out in the boxes, and I think it's only $34.99, and you can use my code McCarterGetsHigh to save 15% at hemper.co.
Yeah, and follow and subscribe wherever you listen. It really helps us out.
And follow us on Instagram at HighMindedPod.
And as always, stay high.
My name is Matthew Williams. People know me as Fresco, Fresco Tesla on Instagram. I guess to make it short, I just like to spread love. I am a big ball of energy, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to spread that with the world any way I can.
Yes.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri, originally, and I was born in 92 baby, and really just hopped around. My grandfather was the president of Union 264, the labor union out there.
Okay. That's pretty big.
Yeah, and so I kind of got my will to want to help from him. I saw what he was doing, just for families in Kansas City and the impact that he had in Missouri, especially in just different areas as far as people who were blue collar, who were working people who wanted protecting and, wanted an opportunity to live in a minimum wage, which we are seeing being depleted daily.
Right.
Anyway, but so with that being said, I hopped around. So I know I've been in every part of Kansas City, whether it's Grandview, Belton, Raymore, Northside, Parade Park. And, with wanting to do more and explore more, I always was looking for a way to expand on like my interests and passions. And anyone from like a Midwestern city, or a town that isn't as progressive as it wants to be, you don't really have a lot of outlets. There's not a lot of programs. There's not a lot of things for you to kind of like go to and have that opportunity to have that outlet and things like that. And, seeing my mom, just struggle to provide and things like that, different flights. She went to Overland Park, Kansas and got opportunities over there. And that was the first time I started going to the Kansas side, because if you know about the border shit, like I don't know.
It's complex.
I don't really know why I need to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like why, we have the city here, we have all the teams and sports and whatever it is like that. But no, I started going over there and I started, helping my mom out with my sister and stuff like that. And I just saw the difference in opportunity, I guess. There was more. First of all, if you know anything about taxes, Johnson County is one of the highest paying tax counties in the country.
Okay. You
know what I'm saying? So I would see all these different things that they had as far as what that would provide them. Resources, and education programs and stuff like that. So I saw an opportunity to move over there.
Yeah.
Not only to help my mom, but to get a little bit of access to some of that.
To have more opportunities.
To have more opportunities. So I went over to Blue Valley. That's where I got my schooling. So I was born and raised in Missouri, but got my schooling in Kansas.
Sure.
So I went to Blue Valley High School. Shout out BV Tigers, you know what I'm saying? And from high school, I obviously wanted to develop that. I grew, let me stop in high school for a second. You talk about access. Those kids over there, they had access to a lot of different things. And in high school, that was when I first had my encounter with real good, high quality cannabis. Like before I knew what cannabis was, you know what I mean? I had older cousins, I had uncles and stuff like that. But this is the first time I ever was able to see the science behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, wait, what the fuck are y'all smoking over here? You know what I'm saying? So
were they getting it from Colorado?
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of them were getting it from Colorado, and that's kind of where I'm leading into. Like, I saw that and it changed my mind, and I was like, okay, like I'm going like the way I don't know. It's if you guys know about the first times y'all started smoking, the enlightenment that it brought you.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh shit.
Yes,
it's why we're here.
You know what I mean?
Literally why we're here.
Yeah. So with that, I always knew that was gonna be a passion, but in Kansas, are you kidding me? Like the laws were ridiculous. So they were not fucking with me being a young black teenager stoner, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to do his best to have fun. They were like, nah, let's shut that down. But with that, I went to KU. Shout out KU. They in the Final Four right now. You know what I'm saying? My boys is making noise.
It's a good school. I have lots of friends and family that went there.
Yes.
It's hard because my family's a big Mizzou family, so KU is like a rival. But I have so many friends that went there and loved it. I'm like, I don't care.
You don't. At the end of the day, I mean, I got called all that. Like, oh, how could you do that? Like, what?
I'm like, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, man. Listen, I made the decision I made, and I actually could have got in-state in both, and I just went to KU because it was more aligned with what I wanted to do. Yeah. And in 2008, I had to sit and watch them win the championship. And I'm like, yeah, that looks lit. Like when I was going out there, like as a high schooler, at 18 years old, you were like, let's go check out what campus is like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
See what the partying, see what the people are like.
If the national champions are there, it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
And it's in state.
Come on. Boom. I was like, yo, I saw
right there. That's such a huge.
And Lawrence is awesome.
And thank you.
Yeah,
and that shit,
great town.
It impacted me so much to see how it would how it affected Overland Park, Kansas, like miles away. Like people were going nuts. Hopefully that happens again.
How far of a drive was it from Overland Park?
It's like 45 minutes.
Oh, not even. Oh my God, not even an hour.
Yeah, so you're not too far. It's far enough, but not too far.
Right.
It's like the local school that a lot of people are fans. So you know what I'm saying? Party's big.
Exactly. Probably. We don't have an NBA team, so that is our NBA team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We go crazy. So went to KU, and I met a lot of people from here. You know, they either didn't want to go to CU or didn't get into CU, or for some reason just wanted to get away from Colorado for a second.
Yeah.
And they figured, a lot of them were sports guys, you know what I mean? They loved KU basketball just like I had got impacted by it. So they came out there and they just wanted something different. And with being there and coming home on breaks and seeing this fucking place, I was like, no way you guys just grew up with this shit like this out here. And they were like, yeah, this is normal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is normal. This is normal for us. And I'm like, why did you come to fucking Kansas,
Yeah.
dog? Like,
Why did you crawl out of this picture that you grew up in?
What is going? Let's talk about this. Like, bro, what happened? Anyway, but no, I used to give him shit all the time. But I knew, like, the first time I came out here, I knew. I was like, I'm gonna make it out here somehow.
Yeah. That's how I felt too.
You know,
Me too.
Yeah.
it was a visceral response I had to this place. And you know, my friends had medical cars. They're just going to the store like it was fucking nothing. And I'm like, dude, y'all no, you don't understand. Like this is freaking me out. Like this is crazy that they allow you to just be yourself here.
Yeah, how is this the country, like the same country?
This ain't even
like,
right.
We just drove 6 hours.
Bro,
and now
I'm next door to y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. So I knew that was going to be my move.
Yeah.
You know, so once I graduated in 2015, that summer, I came out here $200 and on my boy couch, you know, shout out Max and Nate, you know, y'all put me on, and Tim, you know, they let me stay on the couch and I just made that shit work.
Those are the best of friends.
Yeah.
Like, and I've done that with a couple of my friends too. I'm like, it's so magical out here. Like, come stay on my couch. Like,
feel me?
We'll figure it out.
Figure it the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's a friend.
That's amazing.
So that's kind of how I got here. I know that was long as fuck. That was a long ass intro.
No,
that was perfect. That was perfect.
But that's my
that
little
wasn't
story. I tried to keep it short.
No.
Also, did you know, like, when did you know you wanted to actually be in the cannabis space industry that was forming?
My whole life. Like, since honestly, to keep it real with you, since the DARE program. Like, because my father, like my at least especially my uncle, my father, my stepfather, a lot of people in my life use cannabis, and I saw the way it benefited them. Like as a kid, like you didn't have to, you know what I mean, be explained to see,
right?
You know, behavioral differences, jokes, and stories.
Chiller,
I'm like, this shit, whatever. You know what I mean? I remember being a kid. Swear to God, like playing with my action dolls or whatever the fuck they were called. I forget the homie name right now, but he used to come with like all kind of. It was like, what was his name? Hold on, I'm gonna try to think. It was like a fucking.
Should we smoke?
Yeah, we should smoke.
Yeah,
we got into it, y'all.
No, this is great.
Here we go. I'll cue up the dabs.
Yeah, but anyway, the point is, I just remember like having my my Hot Wheels and my my action figures,
and they're like passing the joint.
Well, yeah, and then I would be on the ground, so like the smoke would create like the sky. It was like I had
there's the clouds.
That's so trippy.
Yeah, so I would be like, it would be quite immersive.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're like
really creative with the shit. So I would, but then when the DARE program,
mind,
and you just pick that shit up. Like, you know, like, oh, these are guys, they're cooler when they're whatever the fuck doing this.
Right. Everyone is now chill, huh? Beautiful.
Yeah. And then the DARE program
happier, funnier.
Yeah.
This is the worst thing.
Yeah, no, but before
The
they even
drug.
they started putting terms to the shit. They taught me. I was like, oh, well, I knew, but then they started, you know, I'm a visual guy. So they started showing me the pictures and videos. I'm like,
that's what that is.
I got in trouble because I was like, I was too vocal. I was a good kid in school, but I was one of those kids like, good kid, but distracts others. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
tell them to stop fucking talking, please.
It's like
I have a curriculum I need to get out.
Yes, when that beeps, it's ready.
Okay, cool. But no, so it was always like, you know, I remember getting in trouble for the DARE program because I was like asking way too many questions.
Yeah.
And like almost damn near challenging the teacher.
I love that. I'm all about challenging like the status quo, challenging, just like whatever like people normally believe and go along with. I'm like, hold on, why do we do that? Why is that?
Why are you selling me this propaganda?
Yes.
And what is it getting you?
Right?
Totally.
And it's literally big
I
tobacco.
Can see through your propaganda.
Big tobacco companies are the first ones that started doing propaganda against weed, like cannabis, hemp, because they were worried.
The paper industry.
In the paper, because they were worried that hemp was going to replace cotton, which it is probably now.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Was that good?
It was amazing.
This is what we're hitting. I only do solventless dabs.
Of course, girl. Hey, listen.
Got to be clean. Be clean about it.
You know what I'm saying? You get the fresh press or the cold cure.
I do some of both. What I normally go by strain, actually. I love the fruity. So this is the Zuffy. I think it's Skittles and Banana Puffy.
Skittles.
Yeah, damn.
Did it taste fruity?
Yes, it did.
Nice.
Okay.
It was very much Smoothie King-ish.
Oh, yum.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Do you know? Because the
I
bananas
used
and the fruit.
to get Smoothie
Yeah.
King. Oh my god, in high school so much.
Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Get high
You know what
and
I mean?
would go get, and I would be like,
It's the
"No,
best.
I can't go to 7-Eleven and get a Slurpee. I need to be healthy, and
It's
I
not.
go get a
It's not the
Smoothie
move.
King."
You gotta go the whole way. Hey, have y'all been to Nectar?
No, what's that?
Nah. Okay, listen. Nectar, come holler at me, please. I am a big fan. Nectar is a spot out here. They
In Denver?
Yeah, they do the same shit. They do protein shakes, different blends and different alternative foods, I guess I should say.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like
like
right down
that.
the street from my gym. So I like to go there and get my post workout.
That's
protein.
a really good routine.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a fancy Smoothie King.
That's
just keep it
really-
real. I'm
yeah.
gonna keep it real.
No, that's like self care.
Yeah, I'm trying, girl.
That is. That really is.
For real.
That's what I consider self care. Like really good workout, and then treat myself
the best.
to something that's healthy and delicious. Maybe a little bit, elaborate, like a couple more dollars than you'd like to spend, but it's self care.
You're
It's
healthy.
You are being healthy.
It's self care and it's being healthy.
And you know what? I paid an extra 40 cents for that paper straw. Hello, that sugarcane straw.
Right,
We're
right.
trying to change. You know what?
Or the $2 extra for the hemp protein.
Come on. Hello.
We've all done it.
We are in the mix. No pun intended.
We have all done it.
Hello.
Okay, well, back to you getting into the cannabis industry, though.
Yes, sorry. So
We're good. This whole podcast is like just tangents.
Okay,
all tangents
cool,
all the
cool,
time.
Cool. Well, yeah, no, like I said, I knew about cannabis from a very, very young age, just observing how it impacted people around me, and
So you were in the know,
I was in the know before I ever tried it.
which is amazing. So many people are like, just only know that, oh, that's the devil.
Yeah, fear,
It's unfortunate.
fear.
Because we were talking about propaganda. I do not want to start bashing on the church, but that was the first encounter
gosh.
where I was like, all right, what's really going on right here? Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, why are we being forced
What
to sit
is
down
this?
and write this?
Yeah. Well, you talk about writing. I was born left-handed in a Baptist church.
And they're like, with the
Hello,
stick, just
Sir
like,
Lucius,
no.
left foot. Come here.
Did they force you to do right-handed?
They not only
There's-
forced me to be right-handed, they segregated me until I was able to write right-handed.
Oh my God.
I didn't know. Honestly,
so
I know. My mom's gonna hear this and she's gonna cry. Like, cause I told her this when I was. She didn't know. Like, she didn't know this was fucking happening.
Oh my gosh.
And me,
You're
I didn't
being-
know it was not supposed to happen.
Right.
You know what
They're
I'm
like,
saying?
sit over there, and you're like,
you
okay.
got a problem. Come here. Like,
Oh
and
my
then so I was
God,
like,
you're
but that was
like-
my first time. I was like, well, why though? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
think-
Like, it didn't make sense.
I was
Right.
born in 1991. I think you're the only person of my generation that I've ever met who's like really been forced.
Yo.
So they're still doing that. Or
I
at
hope
least
they're
they
not.
were
I hope
30
to
years
God
ago.
Even
they're
in
not.
my like elementary school, kids weren't forced, but they were like, ugh, you can't use the right scissors. Like, let me go find some other. Like, it was like
Yeah,
an
like,
it
what
was
kind
an
of shit is that?
annoyance.
There's like,
Yeah.
It was an
it's like-
annoyance.
But that affects a kid, you know what I
Totally.
mean? It makes them start questioning shit off the gate, like out the gate,
Absolutely.
like right off the bat. So fast
I-
forwarding.
that's good though. Question everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
questioning
fast
the church. is like,
exactly. And
everyone has their time, and
you know
that's
what I'm
early.
saying? It was
They're like starting you off right. That's beautiful.
preschool. It was preschool, my G. Yeah,
love
no,
that.
it was
Yep.
again, it was enlightening, and it was like, okay, it was like you got to start. Yeah. Anyway, so with that, I just carried that into when people like, again, you go to the DARE program. I'm like, well, why are you telling me like this? Like it's very abrasive the way that you
The
coming about.
way, yeah, they're
Because
like,
I mean, these kids don't. Because I don't know. Do they still have it? Do they still do that?
I don't think so.
It's probably not
I
the
don't
same
know.
way they did. They came aggressive as hell.
Yeah, I
late
remember.
80s, early 90s.
I think they
It was
really have
like-
slowed it down and had to rework their curriculum.
Well, they knew they was lying.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
They
went
were coming
through it.
crazy.
There's no
Yeah.
longer like gateway drug. I know.
Yeah.
Well, in cannabis, you can't be like if you smoke
Like, there's
cannabis, you're
medical
the devil.
benefits.
Right.
Right.
How many times do we
It's
have to go over this?
Legal
Seriously.
in so many states.
Well, it was exactly.
They can't do
but-
state by state dare, but maybe they can.
But who knows?
I hope.
Oh my God. And then what if they like fought each other? Like Dare California was
Could
like,
you imagine?
fuck
They're like-
you, Wisconsin. Like you're
Could you
read
imagine?
this pamphlet and we find this is just out of control.
Oh my God, could you imagine having like, anyway,
Anyway.
Suppression of the truth violence. Like, what does that look like? Anyway. But no, with that, with the suppression of the truth, I just kept following that. And I have to always talk about my first time really smoking, because I would never, I knew about cannabis, but I would never want to like smoke it. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. Like in Kansas City, Missouri, it was not legal at all. I mean, it's just not a good. It was like you get caught with like an 8
go to jail
or a dust a keef on your jersey, and it's like a wrap for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I had older people in my life who needed some clean pee, sometimes.
Okay.
Right? I was the clean pee plug at one time. I hate to admit it, but I would never want to.
That's very kind of you.
I know.
We both have had DUIs, so
you just got to look out for your people sometimes.
Wow.
But it got to a point where like, hey man, you're going to have to call somebody else.
I can no longer do that.
This contract is voided. I swear to God, you do not want this no more. Now my product has gone bad.
Yes, there you
go. I'm getting high.
Yeah.
So we both have problems if you want to call me for this. But no, so my first time actually smoking was in my boy Shane's car. I said this on another podcast, like and it was a Beamer. And that's why I like Beamers to this day. It was I always liked the car, but like it was the first time I actually got high. It was in a BMW.
Nice.
And
that's a great look.
It was at a stoplight. I hit it at the stoplight. I swear to God, it was a little pipe. Hit it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hit this shit.
Wait, like a baddie
it
or
was
like a
going
pipe?
around?
Like a glass.
It was
pipe?
a spoon. It was a spoon pipe going around, and I was like, I would always be like, nah, I'm good. I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Like it was. You know what? You know what? Hold on. Yes, shout out Fernando. It was because Currency had dropped a mixtape. Currency dropped a mixtape. I can't remember what it was. It was right before How Fly with Wiz Khalifa. But something about, he put it on, it was just a perfect, everything aligned where I was like, you know what, I'm taking my freedom right now.
Yes.
Right now. And I hit it and it changed my whole life. And to that day, I was like, nah, this shit is, it's just.
Magical.
It was magical. I don't know how to put that first moment in the words. Like I don't know. Can you guys what was y'all first?
Like it was like divine. I thought I felt like I was in a movie.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, all of life is like a movie.
It's technically like, yo, we writing this shit right now.
Yes. And like we can just write our own and do whatever the fuck we want.
Period.
And that's when I decided like I want to get high all the time.
Did you ever have that moment of like, I guess in my sense it was more like how I just wanted to go scream to everybody. Why the fuck are we not doing this shit? Like,
absolutely.
What is the I just wanted to know what the problem was immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Once I felt the way I felt, I was
politics.
Like, what is the issue?
Yeah, it always makes me like get angry at society.
Kinda. You almost get kind of triggered. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to keep this from people?
They've been
Mushrooms
hiding
do
it
that
from
for me too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. We're really into weed and mushrooms.
Yeah.
Those are like our two things.
It is the answer.
Yes.
Right.
It's the answer.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course, they've been keeping it from us. It's the answer.
Hello? They can't be just having
They
people.
can't be the answer
You know
if
what
the
I mean?
answer's right there.
Can't be having people out here
Growing from the earth.
hydrated and fucking having the answers to the fucking key to their own success.
Yeah. And happiness.
And happiness? No. They won't need us anymore.
Have that. Yeah.
We can't monetize that.
Dude, how do we,
They got to keep us scared.
Dude, speaking of monetizing it, have you heard them trying to patent psilocybin?
No.
I have heard that.
What the fuck? Dude?
Wait, who is? What?
I don't even want to.
I don't know who.
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
No, that's pretty much what
Wait,
I know.
hold on.
I'm mad. Like my outrage, I can verbalize my outrage. Because I'm mad.
Oh, we're not happy.
Wait, but you can't patent
Living things.
They've got this fucking...
organic.
That's why you can't patent like strains and
Well,
stuff.
that's the argument, but they've got this...
It's like we can't patent strains, like these growers can't, but whoever all the way.
They've manipulated the molecule, and they're trying to synthesize and patent that bastardized version of psilocybin.
Whoa.
Yeah, like a synthetic psilocybin.
So yeah,
bad, not good.
It would be synthetic.
It would be not natural.
Which we don't want that. We want the plants.
Yeah.
Why do patenting it?
And this shit is why I got involved. Like, cause I'm like, I cannot sit on the sideline.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't. Like, that's hypocritical for me. And it happened all like, and it goes back to just how life kind of sets shit up. Like, speaking of psilocybin and cannabis, like, without going too far into it, like, my whole life fell apart in 19 specifically. And at the end of 19, I had to make a decision. I had to make a decision to want to find a way to heal myself from experiences that I went through. So when going through that and starting that journey, psilocybin and my relationship with cannabis and the people who I had around me at the time, those three things literally saved my life. Like, I physically cannot put it I can't put it in other terms or context. Like, it saved me. Not only did it save my life, it gave me an option to find a new way to process different experiences that may come in this life. So it helped me, but also gave me tools to be prepared for anything, you know? And with that preparation and safety that come and comfort that comes from that, I'm able to live the best I can and find the most fun in everything I do without that worry. Because I know that I've sat and made the decision and done the work. And that was I did through the whole pandemic, just working on me the whole fucking time, you know? And it is such a blessing to be able to be in a space out here that allows me to do that. I could not have that. I tried to go home and I could not get that done there. I couldn't. Yeah. I had to come back out here where I had the safety and opportunities to really save my fucking life and provide an opportunity not just for me, but for people who are struggling or not even struggling, just want to do more and do better. Like, I would love to help people be vessels for that, period. Yeah. So that's really why, after I saw the impact it made on me, I was like, I dedicated my life to spreading that knowledge and education. Whoever is down in this industry, whoever understands this plant and understands the benefits that comes from this, it's my life goal to do the right thing in this space and to stand up for these plants, stand up for the psilocybin, stand up for fungus, stand up for just for people at the end of the day. So that's why.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now time for a quick commercial break.
Say goodbye to late night store runs and hello to convenience delivered with Hemper. We've got you covered with premium smoking supplies that are shipped directly to your door. Remove the hassle and enjoy the best smoking experience with Hemper. Check them out at hemper.co. That's HEMPER.co.
Well, what do your companies do now? Because I know you mentioned you were a bud tender at one point, but now you have your own ventures, which I love to see.
So Escospark is my company. I developed it a couple years ago, and it essentially is a development and support company. What I do is I just help brands and people, essentially just like as I mentioned, who are trying to either get in the space or trying to innovate it or just trying to do cool shit, period. You know, that company exists to help set people up or build pipelines or connect them to the right markets to maximize on whatever they're trying to do, whether it's collaborative, projects or community driven. That's what that exists on. And with that, I'm able to work with some of the best brands in cannabis, and, work with people who are just doing cool shit in the city. Shout out to River, who is, trying to create a space for a tangible experience for artists and cannabis brands and just people who are trying to have these discussions, have these conversations in a safe space. Shout out Tetra. Obviously, you can have that there. Shout out. I can go into all these different brands that I've touched and been able to work with and things like that. But with that, I just hope to have more opportunities. But before that, I did work at Lova. That was how I got initially introduced into the cannabis space, was being a bud tender over at Lova. Shout out Pioneer Interest. Shout out Matt Schifrin. Shout out Amanda Fox. All the people over there. And worked my way up to working with Natty Rims, which is the wholesale side. So I was doing wholesale and, helping sales. I like to call it full spectrum sales. So being, very close with the brand ambassadors, working as a sales ambassador, bridging that gap between the community and sales on the back end, making sure that different storefronts are properly stocked and things like that. Event coordinating with Mallory, which is the manager of sales and marketing, or the marketing on the Lova and Natty Rim side. And working under people like Andrew, Bart Hall. Those individuals, they were so good mentors as far as showing me, how this business works and the ins and outs of it all. And from there, I just am now trying to take it broader. And I know that about, speaking about ENC and the social equity programs that they got right now, I really want to bring light to that. And really trying to want to balance out the playing field right now, for people who aren't that established and that want to come in this space and that look like me, to be frank, there are few Black leaders in the cannabis space, but there's a lot outside of the space that are doing so much that just don't have stories being told. So I'm just trying to even out the playing field however I can and work with as many brands as I can that are trying to do it as best as they can to bring the best to this industry in this space. Period. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's
so needed.
Yeah. So Escospark at Instagram or Escospark at gmail.com. Hit me if you want to do some cool shit. My team is always, I got Art House Productions that they can make the dopest commercials for you, ad spots, curate a wonderful visual representation of your brand. Like if you know about them and what they got going on, definitely check them out for sure.
That's awesome.
But yeah, just trying to do the best I can out here.
Yeah. So, did kind of like the whole mushroom and experience you were saying that kind of, along with Cannabis and Friends in 2019, did that kind of, I don't know, I guess lead you to want you to start your business, or like how did?
Well, the thing is, I had the business.
Okay.
But it just because I'm not I didn't come for business. Like I'm an art student. Like I come from liberal. I got a liberal arts degree. You know what I mean? So like, I started the company in 2017.
Okay, so you had already had it.
I had it, and I was super new. This again, I was like only out here. I had only been out here for a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay.
In 2017, it was like a tougher. I mean, I definitely made connections and stuff like that, but no one was like, I don't know who this kid is. Like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I understood that. I understood that going in because I knew the culture of Denver, and I knew people come here, man, and they don't a lot of times want to contribute. They don't even give a fuck about what's going on. They're just like, all right, this is what I'm doing here, blah, blah, blah. And they move hyper aggressive, and they don't take time to really understand the history of this place. They don't care.
It's that gold mine,
you know what I mean?
That rich mentality.
Yeah, that frontier fuck you. I totally get it. So it took time to really, I guess, in the sense, prove myself to where I was coming from. And that I really just want to add value. I didn't want to take. And if you do business with me, you understand. And a lot of my shit is pro bono. Like I don't come in asking for shit. I come in asking, what do you need? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, what's the next? How can I contribute?
Yeah.
What's your pain points? Like, and then once things are in motion, like I'm like, okay, let's sit down and evaluate what this is worth to you, and let's do a strategy on how we can move forward and grow mutually.
That's so amazing. I love everything you're doing.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you. What? Yes. But yeah, I don't even know. I think I covered all of that shit.
I have one question.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
So Fresco Fresco
Tesla. Fresco Tesla. Okay, so that's the Instagram. That's my Instagram name.
Yeah, how'd you get that
All right, so the Instagram came from, I'll tell you the Instagram and then I'll go back. So Fresco Tesla came from my original nickname, and then Tesla people was like, oh, you got a Tesla? I'm like, not yet.
It's like, you live in Colorado.
Yeah, like not Not yet, though.
I like that.
Not yet. But it came from Nikola Tesla, which, if you know his story, you know what I'm saying. I won't go into it too far, but he was just robbed of his genius and exploited to the max. And it's such a heartbreaking story if you really know it. And he had a lot of answers that are now being exploited daily. Like, he didn't believe in having an electricity bill. Like, we shouldn't have.
This should be free.
It goes back to my God, it goes back to my point I just made. Like, it's infinite. Electricity is untappable. Do you know?
Right. And then they're like, let's put these little meters and then we'll charge everyone.
Bro, what? That shouldn't have never happened.
Yeah.
But it goes back to patents. That's why we can't let them have a fucking patent on psilocybin.
Yeah, the second.
Because they'll do that same shit.
Yeah. Because then they'll just like take royalties.
They'll give you just enough to not get your healing.
Yeah.
And then you gotta.
Okay. So it's so weird how all this is connected. So Tesla, his idea on infinite electricity and mine on infinite love, that's where you get you get Fresco Tesla.
Oh, okay.
So that is an infinite source of love in whatever you need in a beneficial state. That's where it came from. Fresco came from me being in places I had no business. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It was from me, but I had herb. I always had the best weed. So, dude, in a place where it's suppressed like that, yo, you can pretty much walk anywhere if you smell good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what you got on you? Like, can I get some of that? Like,
yeah, come on in.
No, he's cool. Fresco.
He's with me, actually, yeah.
I was chilling in the West Bottoms where, like, you really, if you know Kansas City, it's just like, it's the Latin neighborhoods. And there's not a lot of cohesiveness between where I was coming from and where I was going. They Williams is a big last name. So it just, word gets around sometimes. And I was over there. Probably should not have been, but young ass kid with weed on him, and I was just trying to hang out and have fun, like trying to you know how it is when you're a high schooler, you just like, where is the action?
Yes, where's the party?
I'm bored, whatever.
Yes, I would literally,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, where's the party?
Where's the fucking party? And this one was, okay. All right, well, let's go check it out anyway. You know what I mean? So we did, and that's just kind of where I developed that name because they fucked with me off top because they knew I wasn't on bullshit. I wasn't here for negativity. I wasn't here to start nothing.
Yeah,
I'm here to smoke with y'all. Like, who's trying to get high?
Yeah,
and like most people fuck with that.
Yeah,
like most people.
Love that.
That's a good way to show up to a crowd.
Yeah, like hey, I come in fucking peace.
Who's trying to smoke?
Yeah, who's trying to like? All right, bet. Come sit down. Yeah, come sit right here. Actually,
yes.
Right. Next, so that's
such a great mentality.
Yeah, and that's where I got, and that's just who I am, man. Just being Fresco. Yo, and right now, I got some weed on me. We gonna get high. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I got my little Eureka pen. Shout out Eureka.
Oh, Eureka.
Yeah.
We're doing 420 thing. Me, Izzy Blaze.
I was going to say,
Bodega,
Izzy
Uncle Snoop.
Always rapping. I'll be there. You should come with me.
I would do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Wait,
Look at this little thing.
I love Eureka.
Can is it invite only? Or I'm like,
can I just,
can people come?
I'm pretty sure you just pull up with me.
Because I know it's like $5 a ticket or whatever.
Yeah, it's super.
It's super.
Yeah, you're right. I think we're talking 10 tops.
Right.
Okay?
It's like that's a gallon of gas. So
shoot.
We're fine.
Straight up right now. Lord of mercy.
Yummy card.
Yeah, that's that Natty Rims glue.
Oh,
it's actually been in there for a minute. I gotta listen. That's one of them 1 gram ones. I don't
like the 1 gram.
That's why I'm like, damn, I got this motherfucker still. Like, why I still have it?
It gets burnt out by the end.
No, and that's where we're at with it.
And you get sick of the flavor. So then it's twice as bad of the flavor because it tastes burnt because it's already been hit.
See, look at it.
It does taste like a fucking glue ball.
I
was gonna say it tastes like glue.
It's glue for sure.
Yeah.
Burns.
Oh.
Well.
But it feels like glue too, so I'm okay.
Straight up, hello.
I'm like, I felt that in my head, right?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Rush. Straight up.
Wait, I had a couple questions. I'm just pulling them back out of my...
Let's take your time, we chillin'.
My noggin here. I wanted you to talk more about the social equity stuff that you're doing with Ian Sieb. Can you expand on that and maybe give some examples or tangible ways people can understand?
I would definitely get in touch with Tristan as well in the cannabis the Cannabis Business Office. They have a lot of opportunities and programs as far as grants and things like that. But let me take it back a step with the social equity program that Denver is doing right now. Essentially, anyone who has been otherwise not allowed to obtain a business license because of restrictions, whether it be prior cannabis arrest or you don't make set income, or you are in some type of disenfranchised situation. Mm-hmm. They are now making it to where in easy terms, it's no one else essentially can open a license unless you do fall under the social equity not it's what was the word
umbrella
criteria.
Thank you so much.
There it is.
Wow.
I know. I was like, what is the word
right there? It always happens sometimes. Like I know it is, but it's like
I know it's on the tip of the tongue.
But yeah, that falls under that curriculum. So
That's so needed. This was needed at the start,
right?
I'm
Absolutely.
just happy
and
it's happening.
Exactly. And everyone says like the Chads and everybody has made their fucking money hand over.
Literally, I want to
10
punch
times over
all the Chads.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Though? And no disrespect. Like, listen, they did a lot of work to set this shit up. You know what I mean? But they weren't the only ones doing work, and they weren't the only ones that have paid a tremendous toll. To allow this to even be a thing in the first place. All right. Well, let's not take it back to the 1920s where the jazz clubs was getting shut down because of cannabis use. All right.
The first cannabis arrests were in Denver. So
in 5 Points in the black neighborhoods. Right. So I mean, hey, let's really get to it.
Literally, the history is right there.
So it's right there.
Yeah, it's time for them to model for the rest of the country how they should start.
Get it right, get it tight.
Yeah.
And I know New York is trying to do something similar with their
it's like a lottery type of
license
situation
process, but you have to have like a social equity component.
Right.
Yeah.
That's dope. Because New York, I mean, god damn. New York has been moving crazy for a minute when it comes to cannabis arrests or even just petty arrests.
Yeah.
And
the war on drugs is
ridiculous.
The front lines in New York. Yeah.
It just makes me so mad because it's literally the government that is like perpetuating the war on drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like, bro, admit you lost. Like, admit you lost and start helping us get to the solutions. Like,
and get the fentanyl out of the shit.
Get the fucking Fenty out of here.
Literally.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just like,
that's my conspiracy theory. Yeah. I'm like, this is 100 anyway, but
listen.
Literally, it's like, who is doing that?
Who? But the ones that were dropping off crack into neighborhoods,
right?
Or are those the same people?
Literally.
I believe so.
It's like, no, they've changed. They're better people now. They've grown. They've
handing out crack pipes to people. In Seattle.
Yo, with the Narcan packs.
Government,
they have it in like a little makeup bag now together.
Well, do you know that there's also like these facilities where people can go for people to help assist them to do drugs?
Oh yeah.
I saw that on the news,
and those are expensive as fuck.
Oh, are they?
What? They're not cheap.
Wait, no,
to have somebody medically assist you?
No, this guy was like,
I guess that makes sense.
He said it's like he doesn't have to pay, I don't know this thing.
Oh, they might listen. Listen.
It was
I'm like, wow, through Medicaid.
I don't know enough about it. But this guy very well looked homeless, I will tell you.
Okay.
Oh, but I mean, if it's safer, like actually, those I do feel in Portugal they really work.
I don't know. It's like I see the argument for both sides, but it's like it seems
it's touchy.
Fucked up. It's like, is that assisted suicide?
It's like as long as fentanyl. Because then it's clean.
Right. Okay, wait. Oh, no.
They test it and everything.
Yeah.
But then they said if you overdose, though, on the amount, even though it's clean, they're there. The guy literally said, they've brought me back twice already.
Oh.
So what's really going on?
Yeah, what is this medical person?
I don't know.
Why are they there?
I'm pretty sure this was happening in Washington, like Seattle.
So
area.
At this point, you're telling me it's cheaper for them to help people get high than to clean up overdoses.
I think
it's gotten that bad.
I think that's what's happening.
Wow.
That's, you know how sad that is? Like, yo, we'll just come pull up when you want to get high so we don't have to come get you later.
Yeah.
Literally.
That's how bad
Like,
it is.
just
It's
come
really
here.
bad.
You want to just come and I'll do it? I like fucking with the school. I'm like, that's not good.
We're going to save the gas. Just come to us.
Like,
That's
crazy.
wild.
And like
I
I
did
know
not know that.
other countries like have this too. Like you said, Portugal.
Portugal,
But
for
I
sure.
think it's like Copenhagen or something like
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, somewhere in like northern Europe, I want to
Oh,
say.
wee.
Okay, well.
Are these? Oh, hey,
Just smoke
A
weed.
lot. Right, I'm also just like, yeah. Wait, but then okay, wait.
Cannabis.
But then also, what's the like? But heroin is a plant too, so it's like.
But
Barely. No.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
You know what I
actually don't
mean?
know.
So then when you look back at cultures, because I was thinking about this the other day, I'm like,
A lot of cultures use opium.
cultures have
That's
been
what I'm
using
saying.
opium for a long time, which is still a plant. So is there a safe way to use opium too, or
Is
no?
there any way that we can just decriminalize all drugs?
Well,
and,
that's what I want to happen because Oregon
with
did
it.
this.
Yeah, I think the new thing. No, I don't think people are going to opiates anymore. I think the new thing is like ketamine or some shit. Like ketamine.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing
This is the
ketamine.
new promised
Yeah.
alternative.
But
Look,
I
I
feel
don't.
like people will always do like opioids.
I know.
Since they've been introduced, I'm just like, I don't know, people.
It's a tale as old as time.
You know what I mean? It's that gooey warm feeling.
Yeah, people like love the pills, like with like the, what are they, the bars?
Yeah.
Bars were so popular at my college. It was
I got bit by it.
Xanax. I only did it once. And I slept for 16 hours, and
Yeah.
I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah,
I felt like I lost a day.
Yeah, it can get scary. It can get weird.
I've only done it a couple
can.
times, but I was like, this is so good that I need to make sure that I only do this a couple times.
Seriously,
'Cause-
you can fucking lose your soul on pills. That's what the thing
Well,
is.
because
Like,
it's almost like you're dreaming. You're literally sleeping.
you're so
in a
disassociated.
dream.
Yeah, it don't even matter. Like somebody
Right.
can get hit by a bus in front of you. You're just like, all right,
Ah.
yeah, it's fucking not good.
Whoa.
It's like you're so like just numb. Like you
Yeah.
just.
Holy fuck.
But
Jesus.
but it's hard. It's heartbreaking that they thought that was the answer.
What would you tell someone who wants to move to Colorado to get into the cannabis industry?
Okay. First, I would see if there's any options for you to get involved in cannabis where you are, because
Yes.
again, there is so
I
much
agree,
going on
yeah.
outside of Colorado. I do not want to not give Colorado
I
the
think
credit.
that's so great of you to say.
That's really good advice.
That's just
for-
what it is, because I don't want you to like.
because you're already plugged into
You
your
know what I'm
community.
saying? Exactly.
Totally. And
So
if
why
you want to
try-
ever buy a house, like it's just
Just
not
You're
Cut it
never
out.
literally you're never going to be able to unless you have $1 million
because everyone
cash,
else
so.
has moved to Colorado.
It's not
So
cheap
stay where
here,
you are,
dude.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Be
would-
prepared to rent for at least 10 years.
It's expensive as fuck here. All right, it's changed so much since, dude. The house I first rented doesn't exist anymore. Okay,
No.
that's how fast shit's moved out here.
Wait,
And,
like, it got demolished to
it is
build
a
something
new
else?
exactly. It is now a
a
new
condominium or
condominium.
something. Ugh,
The house,
Dude.
it doesn't exist anymore. I'm already.
All of
I've
the
been fucked.
construction in
Yeah.
Denver right now,
That's-
there's like 5 new apartment buildings in like Rhino.
You can like count the cranes.
5 points.
It's
In 5 points, there's like 4 apartment huge skyscrapers going up. It's like, what?
she said you can count the crane. Shout out Matador. He literally draws them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
because there's so many.
It's
my
really
God.
it. I moved to
Right.
Denver in 2009, and
Look.
half of it is not what it
That's
was.
like what?
Like yeah, it's just like gone.
So yeah, no, definitely look at how you can get involved where you are.
There
And
it
if you
is.
have no options and you just like, I gotta get out of here, I gotta go to Denver, I gotta go to Colorado, baby, then you know what? Hit me up.
I have a friend I want to connect you with. So he is actually a bud tender in like in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think kind of near Chicago, but not like city by any
So like
means.
outside like Bloomberg or some shit. Or
Yeah.
Bloomfield. Anyway.
Well, I don't
Whatever the
know.
fuck.
Naperville.
And he's a chronic cannabis patient. He has his
Okay.
medical card. but he's like, the weather is so terrible here. The industry treats people terribly. The taxes are insane. The medical program isn't even, it's a sad excuse for a medical program.
I heard about it.
So he's like, I'm treated so terribly as a bud tender in Chicago. He's like, that's why I want to come to Colorado. One, for like the weather. It's, you know, there's so much more sun here.
It's crispy.
Obviously, and Chicago weather's awful.
We all know.
Except in the summer.
You got
so
4 months.
Someone like him who like already he's tried. Some, you know, maybe they've already tried in their area, and they're just, I don't know, not getting the respect and like money that they deserve.
Hey, it's out here.
Like,
it's out here.
Wait it out though. Also, like if you can be a pioneer in it and like suffer through the early days,
I will tell you,
could really pay off.
I will tell you, it will pay off. And how you can do that exponentially is come out here and treat it like school.
Yeah.
Come out here, get the expertise, because you know this is where it all started. You can exponentially gain the skills here and take it back.
Yeah.
And create your own situation.
That's beautiful.
So
if you're,
true.
you know what I'm saying? If you're not getting the respect under someone who doesn't even fucking know what they're doing, come out here, work with someone who does.
Yeah.
Take that education, take those skills right back, and you become the guy.
Yeah.
To now, everyone's asking you how to fucking do it because you've got the credentials that you came out here and got.
That's a good
Do you know
point.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, contact me.
Yeah.
They'll put my email somewhere.
I'm definitely going to put you in contact with this guy that I'm like thinking of.
Yeah, please do. Like, I will. There's like goddamn 200 licenses in Denver alone. Okay, like I can get you a fucking job.
Yeah.
Like I can find you a job. Even if it's just being a brand ambassador, you get to fucking and being a brand ambassador is a one opportunity that can streamline you into a very good position in this industry.
Yeah.
By just going on talking to people.
Totally. It's
learning,
all about like brand representation, marketing.
Learn
like
how to
guerrilla marketing, talking to the community.
Yeah. Get your ass outside.
Love
real.
that. Great advice.
Come outside.
What do you see as the future of the cannabis industry?
I definitely think I see federal legalization within 5 years. That's my prediction. It hopefully before that, but within 5 years, federally legal cannabis. I think that would open up international trade between us and Canada and other countries that are
Mexico.
Wow.
It will create a new alliance on this Western hemisphere that has literally never been seen before.
It's like the NAFTA
That would be
of
epic.
cannabis.
What was that?
Like the NAFTA of cannabis.
Like,
what's
what do you mean by that?
The North American Free Trade Agreement.
Holy shit. Why did I not?
That's
why I can see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I heard it and it was like,
I think it's
what kind of app is that?
nullified now, actually. Like, I think that we're on to the next, whatever.
It no longer applies.
Like, we're on like NAFTA 2, which has a whole other.
NAFTA 2.0.
Right, exactly.
And that's what cannabis. I believe cannabis is going to create that. For real. There's no way it's not. There's no way it's not.
Wait, what about with like Bitcoin and
oh my
crypto?
God.
Whoa.
Sorry. I know I just threw this in, but I just...
No, sorry.
No,
it was
but
because
for
I'm
real.
literally doing my homework right now. Like, I'm so far deep in blockchain research right now.
Well, Ruben just like came and gave us a mini lesson.
Shout out to them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Germ as well with his fucking metaverse galleries. And they're creating spaces and worlds.
Wait, yeah. So do you understand Web 3? Web 3.
Web 3.0. Web with the Internet 3?
Yes.
Is that what brought
This is-
NAFTA
Yes, because
3?
I still don't understand Web 3.
Oh, okay. I'm not the guy to be talking about this shit,
No,
but I
that's
do
okay.
understand
I
it
wanna
to a
ask
very
everyone.
in a very on a very amateur level. So essentially, it is all of this really is based off of trust.
And like integrity.
Ledgering trust. Excuse me. Say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's so a lot of this started real quick. A lot of it started after the financial crash in 2008. Like people were literally like, I'm sick and fucking tired of working my ass off for me to put money in a system that is continuously fucking me over.
Yeah. So fucked up.
And they figure out a way for us, a decentralized way to move everything. And it's not just currency. It's everything.
Right.
It's fucking literally everything. Records,
any commodity
agreements,
you can think of, yeah.
commodities, fucking art. Like, and so with that exchange of trust, well, you can exchange things and have that trust, which builds more cooperation because you don't have to have a third party governing your interaction with me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that would be like if I had a contract with Sony, you had to go fucking talk to Sony and you couldn't just like DM me to be here right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in the simplest form, they've created that. Like they've created that for every aspect of life. Like eliminating, like technically we still use Instagram. So it would be higher than that. It would be like if we just fucking literally
Our social
you know what I
media.
mean? Like,
What?
yeah, encrypted a language
my
that only me
God.
and you knew, and I was able to come here because you summoned me through that electronic.
What the fuck?
real horizontal democracy.
It's
actualized.
nuts.
Wait, but this is what I don't understand. So both of my parents are lawyers,
Mm-hmm.
and my dad does like contracts. So like when people don't follow the contract,
Exactly.
he represents them in a court of law to try and get that money, prove that they did not do the contract.
Exactly. So now we don't even fucking have to do that anymore.
The blockchain is the contract, lawyer, the contract, and
it's alive.
Yeah.
So based off of your activity, it will adjust, and you will. The agreement is active. It's an active contract.
Whoa.
That is locked in crypto, which we're both obligated to now. And there's no way.
But
like,
what if computers, like what if like all the computers stop working?
that's a problem. That is a problem.
Okay.
Big problem.
Because you already saw, like, I don't know if you guys saw when the server fucked up or one,
Right.
like the shit tanked.
Yes. That's
Everybody
what I'm
freaking
worried
out.
about
Yeah.
because my biggest fear is like the Die Hard movie when like the hackers
fire sale.
Fire sale
I'm also
delete
scared.
everyone's 401k.
I'm also nervous. And the more I think about it, it's like people are creating the blocks. So you guys, and those are the miners. Like these people
Yeah,
mining
totally.
these blocks to validate the entire chain. What? So you have to keep doing this shit.
It's
like,
such an active thing.
Like you have
It's
to keep doing
It's
it in
alive.
order for it to be alive.
But then there's no certainty of unlimited times you can do this. Like there's somewhere
each
a limit.
currency kind of has like a limit
It's
on how
fucking
much.
weird.
well,
Not
that's
each
what I
one, but
don't get
some
because
of
they're
them.
also saying that like mining these
That's what I'm
currencies affect the environment and like
So
the carbon
horribly.
footprint.
I don't even know. See, listen, that's some shit.
I just saw a thing on was it John
I do
Oliver
not get
maybe
this.
about this.
Whoa, I didn't think
It's
about
really
that.
bad for the environment.
Yeah,
It's
The
that's
like-
why I'm
servers, because
like,
my bro,
what?
he's got like a table like this with like 50 fucking.
He's just like
Computers. So
money.
someone has to have
and
like,
it's hot in there.
all these
Yeah,
computers
totally.
that like
Gotta have fans.
that like electricity.
Yeah, you're right. It's
is-
not giving back to the grid. It's
That's what I'm
purging
saying.
it.
It's really bad.
And then
yeah.
I thought the other day, how many
Like-
motherfucking people are mining?
Unless it's like
lot
solar
of people.
powered. Unless they literally have like a solar and wind powered fucking.
They make little mining rigs that you can buy, and it just like you plug it in, and you have an app, and you connect it. I've heard that those ones aren't as good, but
I saw that at NOCO, something like
okay.
that.
Yeah,
But again, it goes back to Nikola Tesla. Sorry,
right.
we shouldn't even be doing this shit in the first
Yes.
place. Anyway,
Because all energy should be free.
it should not be sourced the way it is. I can't.
I know.
can't
Well,
stop
and the
something.
fact that like people own certain land and then
I
can
know,
mine
I
whatever,
know.
like the land. But it's like also how far down does that go? Like,
It's like, how do we escape the corruption? We make our own currency and just are like, bye bye.
that's what.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, so. it's
but it
beautiful.
has to be sustainable is the thing I'm thinking about. That's why I'm like,
Right.
if cryptocurrency were sustainable, I would be so much more for it. But it's that all these articles are coming out that like how detrimental it is.
But at the end of the day,
But
the
so is the
fucking
cannabis
dollar.
industry.
But so is the dollar.
It's like,
the
okay, I'm
dollar's
gonna-
not even sustainable. It's not backed by shit.
right. That's why I only believe in the gold standard.
Get your fucking minerals up, dog.
Yes. Rocks and minerals and trade and barter system.
Well, that's essentially kind of what this is off. But you
Yeah.
get to have that with actual guaranteed trust.
It's like the only tender I take is Balenciaga bags. but
Hello.
that's,
Okay.
Like, it's just.
I wish I could pay my rent in weed or dabs. Like it would make so much
That
more
would be
sense.
tight. That would be tight.
Okay, wait, last question. We've gotten off on like so many tangents.
I know.
But we have to have you back. Every time, like
Yeah,
Amazing.
please.
This is so great.
Oh my God,
and they went by way
to.
too fast.
I
They
know.
always do.
Pain.
Great.
But last question is, if you could consume cannabis with anyone, past, present, future, or
shit.
like imaginary, fictionary, who would it be? But it can't be family.
Dude. I have to say Dave Chappelle.
That's a good one. We haven't heard that
That's
yet.
a great one.
I gotta fucking smoke with Dave
We
Chappelle.
have not heard that yet.
Dude.
Great one.
Wow, that would
Period.
be right.
Period.
Mine would, I have a
Dave
new
Chappelle.
one. Mine would be Donald Glover.
Okay.
Because I've been obsessed with him since I like found Childish Gambino and since I found Atlanta, which third season is out.
And it's going
amazing.
Yep. It's going crazy. It's
I'm obsessed.
He
I'm obsessed with him. I have been obsessed with him.
his mind
He's
is
a genius.
He low-key is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like high key,
Even
actually.
since Community.
We need to
like,
protect him at all
so
costs.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him doing his college tour. He came to KU and did his stand up. That stand up one where we talking about the Black
nice.
Spider-Man.
What?
We saw that shit live. That shit was dope.
No.
Yeah, that was before. That was like 2010.
Wow.
Yeah, that was 2010. I saw
I'm
him there.
obsessed with him.
Yeah, man. I think I would love to smoke with him. I think I'd overwhelm him though. Like I think my personality, he'd be like, "Ooh, that was a lot."
He seems pretty introverted, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I just think I would like we'd kick it, but like
yeah.
You know what I mean?
The fact that he like doesn't post on Instagram
Yeah.
isn't about any of the social media bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
He
I would
just-
just come at him like, trying up it in the morning. And like, want that energy. So
that was saying, I'm like, what's up, motherfucker?
I would just be like, can we dance? Like,
Yeah, like
to
type
your
shit.
music?
Oh, but he's a
Like-
fire dancer though.
yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Boy got actual moves.
Oh my God, yeah. Is there anything you want to say
Um,
in final?
Where can people find you?
Yeah, again.
yeah. Find me on Instagram, Fresco Tesla. Company Instagram is Escospark ESC. Oh wait. Wow, guys. ESCOSPARK on Instagram, and you can go to escospark@gmail.com if you want to get in touch with me and you got some cool shit you want to get off the ground. I also just want to give a shout out to my mom because I love her so much. Period.
Moms are the best.
Yes, nah, it's for real.
They give us life.
Nah, for real. And I got a Donda, so she's cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Adrian, yo. I love you. So that's pretty much it.